Watch out.
All right.
Good to go?
You tell us when.
I'm ready.
All right.
For this very deflated Legg Mason football, can anyone tell me how much money has left traditional core and core plus bond funds year to date? $42.5 billion. I got Eli Manning type accuracy, so I'd kill somebody if I threw it out there.
Here, I'll take
You
it.
can collect it afterwards. There you go. For this Permal hat, can anyone tell me how much money has come in to non-traditional, unconstrained bond funds year to date? Roughly $35.5 billion. So the great rotation is occurring, but it is not from fixed income into equities. Instead, it is within fixed income, from traditional bond strategies that face well-documented headwinds, low rates, the potential for rising yields, to non-traditional, unconstrained bond funds. We do not feel all these unconstrained, non-traditional bond funds are created equal. There are important differences between them that we do not think the market has recognized. This is a problem because money is leaving traditional bond strategies and going into funds with very different risk-return profiles. I'm Mike DeAngelos, your Legg Mason sales director, and my goal today is to help you better understand this space so you can make the best investment decision going forward. Western Asset is the third largest institutional fixed income manager in the world, and we believe that you can divide this space into three general buckets. You will not believe how many times I practiced that. All right, bucket number one is unconstrained with bond-like risk and return. These are primarily investment-grade portfolios. The goal is to give you historical fixed income type benefits, which is income, diversification, and protection, and a ballast to your equity portfolio. The difference is, you untether to the benchmark. So you have greater duration management, and you have a wider opportunity set. Number two, diversified income. We call this equity light. It is below investment grade bonds for the most part, which ups your income and expected total return, but also ups your correlation to equities. So we see it as a hybrid between equities and fixed income. The Western Asset Short Duration High Income Fund, an example of a fund that lives here. Number three, opportunistic. Higher risk, higher reward. Usually alpha driven, we consider them more alternative-like. Usually live derivatives, not as many cash bonds. Western Asset Macro Opportunities is the fund that lives here. My contention is, if the flow data is telling us what we think it's telling us, which is you, the financial advisor, is looking for a bond substitute, then bucket number one makes the most sense. Unconstrained with bond-like risk and return. And in bucket number one, we have a strategy I would like you to strongly consider. The Western Asset Total Return Unconstrained Fund. I would like you to consider this for three reasons. Number one, rising rate protection. From May 2nd of this year to September 5th, we saw a 10-year jump, 132 basis points. One of the sharpest moves ever. The AG was down 4.85%. This portfolio, down 1.96%. Number two, low volatility. Over the past 3 years, the standard deviation of this portfolio, 2.17, versus category average of 3.67. Last but not least, third-party approval. Bloomberg recognized this as having the best risk-adjusted returns over the past 3 years in the category. In conclusion, I ask that you go back to your desk, you pop the hood of the non-traditional bond fund you're using, you try to determine what category it falls into, and if you're funding it from the traditional fixed income sleeve in your portfolios, I ask that you strongly consider the Western Asset Total Return Unconstrained Fund. I appreciate your time today, and I'll be around if you have any questions.